Walk with me. What I'm trying to say is there was a purpose for the man to be in the place where he was. Healing was happening. Healing was happening. The man was there for 38 years. And this is where I became puzzled with the scripture, because if I was that man, I would have took advantage in knowing the place and the purpose. But I see the man is where we are right now. Jesus comes up to him and he said, man, paraphrasing of course, why are you still sitting here for 38 years? The man says, well, Jesus, when I want to go and get my healing, somebody else gets in front of me. Well, Jesus said, well, man, do you want to be made whole? The man said, Jesus, I told you when I wanted to get in the pool, somebody stepped in front of me. Jesus said, man, I'm trying to tell you something. Do you want to be made whole? And the man said he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And it kind of perturbed me, because I said, man, don't you know that's Jesus? He's asking the question. But I couldn't be mad at the man anymore, because how many times have we made excuses for why we couldn't be made whole? He asked them, did you want to be? You said you wanted to be whole, but it seems like they're excuses. I'm not old enough. I ain't been doing it long enough. I got to let those in front of me go first. But Jesus says, do you want to be made whole? And I like that, because that what tells me is that not only was the man in a place with a purpose, but now we find that he's in a place with power. He's in a place with power, because Jesus bypassed all the traditional ways of healing in that place. Jesus said, well, get up and take thy bed. Now right there, that tells me that Jesus has some kind of power, because the man wanted to be healed. And Jesus could have said, listen, this is your turn. I'll hold the line for you. And let you get in the water. But he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said, man, rise up and take your bed. Isn't it amazing to know that you serve a Jesus that will go around what everybody else has to do to make sure that when you're in your place and when you realize what's holding you back, he can detour what you're doing, so what's holding you back before won't hold you back anymore. See, that's what we've got to understand, that the reason we get our blessings is not that we do what everybody else does. It's because God comes down and he detours us to go around the obstacle. He detours us to go around the oppression. All those that says you wouldn't, isn't it amazing how he makes those people move out the way so that you can go forward? What's holding you back? The power is there. He said, rise up and take your bed. And the man does it. He gets up and takes his bed. And the Bible says that immediately he was healed. I don't know about you, but I think I'm about ready to take up my bed and walk. I don't know about you, but I refuse to leave out here today with the same chunk on my shoulders, dealing with the same mess that I was dealing with. You can sit down if you want to, but if you want to be made whole, you got to stand up and take your bed and walk with it. The man realized this, and he was made whole immediately. And look around, some are standing up, some are standing up. I'm glad this is what happens, because this is what is intriguing about the scripture. You would think that the other folks that was waiting for healing would have looked at the man and said that, why do I have to go in the pool when that man just gave him power immediately? But what's holding you back? You are afraid to stand up and notice the power. See, what what I've learned is that you may know of God, but if you don't truly believe in the power of God, you'll never realize his presence. We find that the man didn't know Jesus. That's what he says. He didn't know Jesus. So we find the man didn't react to Jesus in his presence. When you don't know Jesus and you don't know of Jesus, when you don't believe in the power of Jesus, he can be in your presence and you can't receive it. Remember, the question was, what's holding you back? But I'm a firm believer that I got some people in here today that understand that their predicament only leads to their place. Their place has a purpose. You've got to deal with some situations. You're going to have some mountains to climb, some low valleys to go through. But there's a purpose for everything that you're going through. How much longer are you going to go through the same situation? We're moving faith forward. How many more years is it going to take for you to realize that the place that you're in right now can be cured if you just recognize the power? You've been waiting for healing all your life, but healing was right there. You've been waiting for somebody to come and give you some esteem all your life, but your esteem started with yourself. It is self-esteem, right? And you've been dealing with your situation for all these years, but today, what's holding you back? I dare you. I dare you to do like the man did. I dare you to just do like the man did and take up your bed and walk. Now, folks don't hate on